at George Mason. It was like 4 years ago. It was flurrying, so they almost closed school. I remember that. If there's like a hint it might snow in 3 weeks, school is closed. It's American. I heard it was snowing in Montana. Let's close the schools. You never know. It could blow over. It could close everything. And I was looking at the Broadside before, and I love the Police Files column. First of all, it makes it sound so serious. Police Files. This case from 1980. It's like it's not the most serious crimes that guy. You know, we live in New York City. The crime's a little more serious. You know, here it's not that bad. It's like student raises voice in library. Asked to keep it down and complies. How does this go on? It's incredible. President Obama had the first Passover Seder ever at the White House. Did you know that? And I thought that's a great thing. Who could be opposed to that? Yet the Republicans criticized him on that too. They said, well, how come he didn't have any press coverage? What's Obama hiding? And Obama's great. He said, the matzah. To this day, I have to say, going to the beach is a little bit traumatic for me, because going to the beach with my parents would think that a child in a wet bathing suit for a second would catch pneumonia on the spot. So they would wait for me as I came out of the water. It's like the pit stop at the Indy 500. It's like, Arthur, he's coming out of the water. Okay, you have the dry suit? Or he's coming out. Take the wetsuit off now. And then they'd spin me around and, you know, dragging the wetsuit. It's great being naked in front of 5,000 other people. This was last summer, too. Nothing changes at all, but isn't it nice that for the last couple of weeks, actually, we haven't heard Sarah Palin's name mentioned too much. Like a couple of days ago, and it was nice, because, you know, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. I would just say, be smart. How about that? Just be a smart person, and, you know. And I love Sarah Palin, though. I will defend her, though, because when she quit as governor, because she put in a good 8-9 months. You know, I mean, really, she was exhausted. And, you know, and she saw Russia. What more could she do, really? You know? She said that living in Alaska, you could see Russia from Alaska, so that's why she understood foreign policy. And then she spent $150,000 on clothes during the campaign. I guess from Alaska, you can't see TJ Maxx, apparently. So, but when she resigned as president, oh God, that's as hard as of Wasilla, I think. There's more people in here than in her town that she was mayor of too. But she said that she's leaving as governor because it's in the best interest of the state of Alaska. And she's exactly right. So really, she spoke the truth there. I want to give her credit for that. It's an important thing. And in this country too, you know, we talk about spending money on health care. Oh, we're going to afford that. Well, if we can afford $2 trillion to fight people and kill people, we can spend money here to save people's lives. So, and by the way, I don't think insurance companies should have anything to do with health care. I do think insurance companies should run the Defense Department. Think about it. He's like, hi, I want to bomb these civilians. I'm sorry, we can't cover that. You know, can I just drop some bombs? I'm sorry, your policy doesn't include that, really. And then, you know, the defense program gets all this money, and then we have to sit through telethons for all the good causes. Now, Labor Day weekend was the Jerry Lewis telethon. It's not the Jerry Lewis telethon, but it's multiple dystrophy. You ever watch the telethons? You have to sit through all these people for 25 hours just to raise $50 million for a great cause. Now, why can't the government shell out the $50 million for cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, and how about making the Defense Department have a telethon? You know, if the generals want to attack other countries for no reason, fine, let them get up and sing for it. We're like, hi, we have a lot of countries we'd love to attack, but we can't do it unless those phones are ringing. Anyway, thank you so much. Really,
you live with someone, you'll realize this, because you don't have to be married. If you date, you compromise. When you live with someone, you really compromise. Like, we go see movies she wants, not that I want. We go see, like, Sex and the City, or recently we had to go see He's Just Not That Into You. Did you like it? It was the girliest movie I've ever seen in my life. I actually had my period during the movie. That's it. But even if you don't like Barack, when you watch him speak, this guy is great. That's a speaker. Remember when Bush would speak at the UN? I would just hold my breath the whole time, like, oh, don't embarrass us. Don't mispronounce the country Niger. Please don't do that. there was a dark side, and anybody who's Middle Eastern knows it. If you're Muslim or not, you're aware. That whole idea of calling him a Muslim or calling him an Arab, and they make it pejorative, like it's an inherently negative thing. And to me, obviously we know this now, he's not a Muslim at this point, even though 10% of Americans or 15% in the latest polls think he's a Muslim. My dream, though, was that Obama, like at the iftar dinner, or I meant during Ramadan dinner, or at when he was swearing in, just to taunt the haters, he gets sworn in, he goes, guess what? I am a Muslim, Allah Akbar, bitches. And my dream is one day, there will be like an Arab president. Not right away, many, many years from now, but I don't want an Arab American president. I want like a real Arab guy, like open shirt, gold chain, smells like flower. That type of guy. He goes up and says, hello everybody, how are you? I'm the president, Mustafa Mahmoud Abu Saeed al-Muslim. But please call me Mike. I am so happy to be president. I tell you during my term, half price on falafel every Tuesday. And now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce my first lady, and my second lady, and my third lady, I think the future is, only some of the Arabs will get this, but the future is maybe you'll have more technology with the hijab. Maybe it'll come like with a fax machine, or Wi-Fi, or GPS. The GPS will be for your parents to watch, like, uh-oh, she's having coffee with a boy. I'll tell you the difference between the Arabs and Sicilians, and I don't mean like, you guys are Italian here, or the Arabs here. I mean between the Al-Qaeda guys and the Mafia guys, is when something bad happens. That's when you know there's a difference. Like, Sicilians deny all responsibility. They could be covered in evidence. They're like, officer, I don't know, I think he shot himself in the back 4 or 5 times. While Arab terrorists call the authorities and claim responsibility for things they could have never even done. They're like, okay, do you know the eclipse? We did it for Allah. We have the sun, we're keeping it. New York Mets, they suck, we did that too. I used to do this joke that my last name meant servant of Allah, Obeidallah. But actually it turned out I was wrong, because Abdullah is really servant of Allah. But it's not that I learned I was wrong, it's how I learned it. I did a show at Columbia University in New York. And an Arabic professor came up to me after the show, like, angry. And he goes, Mr. Obeidallah, your name does not mean servant of Allah. It means little servant of Allah. There must be Arab rednecks in the South. So I made a list of things that might make you an Arab redneck, inspired by a little bit more Arab. So these are things that might make you an Arab redneck. You might be an Arab redneck if your trailer park faces Mecca. You might be an Arab redneck if your chewing tobacco is lamb flavored. You might be an Arab redneck if you wear a traditional Arab robe with the sleeves cut off. You might be an Arab redneck if your hijab is a Confederate flag. Let's see what else is. You might be an Arab redneck if you marry 4 of your cousins.